Most people think the justice system is a search for the truth, but for Gloria Killian, it was a business transaction. In 1986, a courtroom in California didn't care about evidence, fingerprints, or logic. They cared about a deal. Imagine spending 6,205 days in a cage because a career criminal decided your freedom was a fair price for his own. Gloria wasn't a killer. She wasn't a gang member. She was a former law student who suddenly found herself on the wrong side of the bars, facing a life sentence for a brutal murder she didn't even witness. This isn't just a story about a mistake. It's a story about a cold-blooded betrayal by the very people sworn to protect us. It started with a botched robbery in Sacramento. An elderly man was murdered in his home and his wife was left for dead. The police were desperate. They had no leads until they caught a break. A man named Gary Alexander. Alexander was a career crook with a long rap sheet. He was facing massive prison time and he needed a way out. So, he told the detectives a story. He claimed he didn't pull the trigger. He claimed the mastermind behind the whole hit was a woman named Gloria Killian. Why Gloria? She had briefly known a man involved in the robbery, but that was it. To the police, however, she was the perfect brain to put behind the brawn. Without a single shred of physical evidence, no DNA, no fingerprints, no weapon, the state built their entire case on the word of a man who was literally trading a lie for his life. During the trial, the prosecution called Gary Alexander their star witness. He stood on that stand, looked the jury in the eye, and swore he was telling the truth. He told them he had no deal with the prosecutor. He told them he was testifying out of the goodness of his heart. Gloria's lawyers were baffled. How could a jury believe a criminal over a woman with no record? But the prosecutor hammered it home. He called Gloria the female Charles Manson. He painted her as a cold, calculating manipulator. The jury went into that room and came back with a verdict that felt like a death sentence. Guilty. Gloria was sentenced to 32 years to life. As she was led away in chains, Gary Alexander walked out the back door of the courthouse. He had played the system, and he had won. For the next 17 years, Gloria Killian became a ghost. She lost her youth in a 6x9 cell. Her dreams of practicing law were replaced by the daily grind of survival in a California state prison. But while Gloria was suffering, the truth was slowly leaking out. Years into her sentence, a legal team called the Northern California Innocence Project started digging. They found something the prosecutor had accidentally forgotten to show the defense. A letter. It was a letter from Gary Alexander to the prosecutor, written before the trial. It said in plain English, "I'll give you whatever you want, as long as I get my deal." The star witness hadn't been testifying for justice. He had been auditioning for a shorter sentence. The prosecutor knew Alexander was lying. He knew the testimony was bought, and he let Gloria rot in prison anyway. In 2002, a federal appeals court finally saw the truth. They called the case a perversion of justice. They threw out the conviction and ordered Gloria's immediate release. Gloria walked out of those gates after 17 years, but she didn't leave her fight behind. She spent the rest of her life advocating for other wrongfully convicted women, turning her tragedy into a tool for change. Gloria Killian's story is a terrifying reminder. In a courtroom, the truth isn't always the loudest voice. Sometimes the loudest voice is just the person with the best deal. If you think the system needs to change, let us know in the comments. And hit that subscribe button to make sure these stories are never forgotten.